Hello. It is not April, but I am still working on taxes, trying to get it done, so I'm not doing the whole last minute thing, and I have another thing that I need all of those numbers for. So I've been sucked into working on that like all day yesterday, and I thought I could just grab the one paper that I was looking for, but no, it was not where I thought that it would be. So as I was looking for it, I thought, well, I might as well start gathering all of my supplies for the taxes. And then when I got that out, I'm like, oh, where's this 1099 and where's that 1099? So I'm contacting the people saying, where's my 1099s? And Katie sends me a picture of the mailing label, like it was sent certified. I'm like, oh, okay, but I don't have it. It should be here soon. I haven't even been out to the mail now since I think I went out yesterday, but I didn't go out today, and I don't even think I know I didn't even eat lunch today because I just got sucked in. I think that is one of the detriments to a red person or choleric type personality, is that you get very linear, you get very set on the task, and nothing else can get in the way. It's like, I'm going to do this. It's like, if I've painted before, I will paint until it's done. I don't care if it's 10 o'clock at night. I will paint until it's done. None of this just do it for a few hours and then pick it back up later. That doesn't happen for me. So that's where I've been. So my brain is kind of mush right now, alternating between my checkbook, my credit cards, TaxBot, PayPal, and I think there's probably a couple others. I don't know. And the papers that the accountant sent me. So there you go. That's what I've been doing. But we have the promos going on. All those awesome diffusers and Excite and all this stuff. And I'm like, I want all this stuff. I haven't even made my own order yet. But I'm going to. And I'm going to get an extra Rainstone, because somebody in here is going to win it. And I'm going to get an extra Aria, because somebody in here is going to win it. So, do you want to hear what you need to do? Emily says it's her. Is it going to be you, Emily? Maybe. This is what I want you to do. So, Young Living has the Help 5. So you're helping 5 people get on ER, or you're signing up 5 people, and then you get to participate in the Brendan Bouchard webinar, which I love him. He's so awesome. I really love him, and I want to do that if I could stop doing taxes long enough. But I've been making contacts. So even when I was on vacation and at that personal development retreat, I was making new contacts. And Richard Bliss Brooks, that's where I was in Hawaii, is I went to the Richard Bliss Brooks personal development retreat. He called it the Women's Transformational Retreat. He kicked butt. It was no fluffy thing. Let me just tell you. It was very kick butt. And challenging us on places where we're stuck, challenging us on listening, which we did this one listening exercise. This thing's cooking me. Let me turn this off. Sorry. I shut the door so that I could hear, and my little heater is cooking me. So we did this listening exercise where you got with a partner and you were doing some coaching for them. So you're going to ask them to tell you about themselves. Because in conversations, and this business is networking, right? Making relationships. So in conversations, we tend to listen, but not listen. We're planning what we're going to say. So the person says something. This is really typical in birth settings. Somebody tells a birth story, and then somebody else has got to one-up it, and then somebody else one-ups that. Well, that's what we do, and just when we're listening, is we think about what we're going to say back instead of listening to the person. And even if we don't do that, then we get distracted by our own thoughts. We might think, oh, I got to go to the grocery, or why is her glasses on crooked like that? Or did she really pick out that shirt to wear with those jeans? Like, that doesn't look very, you think all these weird things, right? And you're judgmental and all these things. So our exercise was while we ask the person questions, and then we're supposed to practice being present, listening to them, only with the purpose of asking them more questions. So you're not going to bring a story of your own, because nobody cares about our stories. They want to talk about themselves. You're not going to bring that story. You're just going to listen with the purpose of asking questions of them. So we ask them a question, and the only thing we can do is ask more clarifying questions. But while they're talking, any extraneous thoughts or things that we think or observe that come into our mind, you write down while they're talking. And so we did this for about a minute and a half. And then at that end of that minute and a half, we looked over what we had written and we read it all out to them. These are all the things I thought. And so then we did it again with them. We ask them the question and they start answering, and then we read off our thoughts like that we were having. Like, and the lady that I was talking to, it was saying, she was telling me about, she had said she'd never been married. I said, so tell me why you've never been married. And so she's talking, I'm thinking, oh, look at that necklace. She has all these little charms all over the place. And look at those earrings, and those are interesting. And wow, look at those blue eyes. Like, those are like piercing blue eyes. She's really pretty. And I wonder where she got that shirt. All these weird things, and it's so distracting. It's so distracting. It was very funny. It was very enlightening to think of all the things that you think and how you're really not paying attention to the person. So then a little later in the evening, we went out. What is that necklace? I'll tell you in a minute, Denise. So we went out on this cruise, dolphin and whale watching cruise, the evening sunset cruise. And while we were out there, it wasn't just the people from the retreat, but it was all the other people that were on the island too. And there was a lady sitting next to me, and we started, talking about what we were doing there, and told her that, I was there on a transformational personal development retreat, and she goes, oh, what do you do? And so I told her what I did, and then I thought, I'm gonna do this to her. So I started asking her questions, and I didn't give any other response other than more questions. And let me tell you that for 2 hours, she told me her whole life story. And at the end, and she was a doTERRA user, but then she told me that she quit using it because she had too many products. And so at the end, she gave me her contact info and said she was interested in talking about Young Living when it's all over. I'm like, and she gave me she put her phone number in my phone. She goes, here, give me your phone, I'll put it in there. I'm like, hey, there you go. So it was a perfect illustration to me of, when you're listening with the intent of being present, and how people really are drawn to that. So what I want you to do is, I'll work your way backwards. Okay. So whoever signs up the most people in this time frame, from when the promotion started until it ends, is going to win the aria. Okay. But whoever gets the most invites and presentations is going to win the rainstones. It might not necessarily be the same person. So what that's going to look like is, in order to make an invite, you have to make 3, and Stacy's going to write this up for me so I don't just really mess it all up and give you, and you won't be able to figure it out. So before you ask questions, wait till she writes it up. For each person that you're going to invite, you have to make 3 personal contacts. So what that looks like is, you're going to go to someone's Facebook page, or you're going to call them up on the phone, and you're going to say something, sorry, my nose is itching, completely unrelated to Young Living. Okay, you might comment on their kid's picture and say, that's such a cute picture. Like, when was that recital? Or, I love your family picture. Who did them for you? Or something along those lines. You're going to make 3 personal contacts without saying anything about Young Living. Then you're going to come back and you're going to make the invite. Hey, would you be interested in taking a look at my some things that I've been doing to help me feel better? Or would you be interested in looking at Sorry, there's a message came in front of the screen. Would you be interested in maybe earning some extra cash on a part-time basis? You know, if you had 30 minutes a day and you could earn maybe an extra $500 a month, would you be interested in taking a look at that? Something like that. An invite for either the products and or the business. If I could show you how to do this in 30 minutes or less a day and help you earn some extra income, would you be interested? Okay, so that's what an invite looks like. And then, so you've got 3 contacts before you make an invite. However many invites that you can get to let you make a presentation, and it doesn't have to be long, 15, 20 minutes, and you're going to show them some product or show them the business plan or both. Okay, so you want to keep track of how many personal contacts, how many invites, and how many presentations you do, and how many sign up because of that. Hopefully you got all that. Okay, another caveat that I haven't said yet. If you are a silver and above, and I want you to participate, and you win, you do not get to keep the prize. You must pass it on to one of your executives or below that has been participating in this challenge as well. But I want you to participate, but because you're silver and above, and you can probably buy your own diffuser, I want you to pass it on to them, whether you give them more challenges to do on top of this or what, but you get to pass it on. Hopefully that made sense. It made sense in my head. My daughter told me I write run-on. Maybe I talk run-on too. I notice that I do have flight of ideas and jump all over, and especially tonight, my brain is kind of number mush. But I'm very excited about a lot of, and I'll be sharing more with you some of the other things that I learned on that retreat, and I'm just real excited. I made lots of new contacts when I was out and about, and I'm going to start following up with them this coming week. So, are you ready? I can't, but yeah. Oh, my necklace. See my necklace? That is the Young Living crown necklace. It's got the little diamond right there and some diamonds up the side. Is that awesome? Is that what you were thinking? What is that necklace? So there you go. Okay, questions, comments? Kidder, why you say but? Lindsay's ready. Yeah, Lindsay, you better start doing the invites. So 3 personal contacts before you make an invite. Okay? All right. And I would love to have some of you come on and tell how you do an invite. Okay? Whether when you make contact with people and let's say they express a need, then you might say, have you thought about ditching? If somebody says they have a lot of headaches, then you might say, have you thought about ditching the chemicals in your house? Because I ran into some people at the RAD class that when was it, in November, that this lady had all these continuous headaches and had constant testing and been through different medications and wasn't getting anywhere with it. And I asked her, so are you still using, regular personal care products? What kind of cleaning supplies do you use? And she's like, oh, just regular ones that I get, at Walmart. I said, do you realize how many toxic chemicals are in those? That could be exactly what's causing your headache. So I gave her something without trying to sell her anything. And she was interested. She still hasn't signed up yet, but there's dialogue. Okay, so that's what you want to do, is get dialogue going, see where you can meet a need and help to meet that need, make connections, give the invitation, give the presentation, go for the no. I want you to be doing this with the mindset of, I want to share this with as many people as I can. Okay, it isn't really whether you get them or not to sign up. Of course, you want them to, and yes, you want the prize, but it's to get the invites out to as many people as possible so that you can share and practice and get more people and keep going. And it's awesome fun. There you go. So thanks. If you have questions, wait for Stacy to write it up. You can go ahead and start doing your invites. If you've already signed people up, we'll count them. Since they started with the giveaways, we'll count them. So there you go. And we're going to end it on the 9th at 12 p.m. midnight Eastern Standard Time. Of course, I probably won't be up then, so it'll probably have to be the next morning. So there you go. Okay, now I'll go back and read the other comments. Thanks. Bye.